Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like something's changed, but you just couldn't quite put your finger on what? Your hair's different. Maybe your skin feels a little dull, your eyes a bit more tired. You haven't lost your sense of self, but the reflection staring back at you doesn't always feel like you. It's not that you want to look 25 again, but it would be nice to feel a bit more vibrant, a bit more alive, a bit more like the woman you still are inside. Bright, warm, powerful, with a story in every smile line. What if I told you that you don't need a drastic makeover, surgery, or even a pile of new makeup to bring that energy back? Sometimes all it takes is the right color. Yes, color. The shades we wear, on our tops, scarves, jackets, or even jewelry, have an incredible ability to shift how others see us. And even more importantly, how we feel about ourselves. Certain colors can brighten your skin, make your eyes sparkle, soften fine lines, and project confidence without saying a word. And the best part? This isn't about fashion trends. It's about timeless shades that complement the natural beauty that only grows deeper with age. So today, we're going to talk about 7 colors that can make any woman over 60 look more youthful, feel more radiant, and carry herself with fresh energy, all without changing a thing about her appearance. Let's begin with one of the most powerful colors of all, navy blue. You may already have something in this shade hanging in your closet. And if you do, I hope you reach for it more often after this. Navy is the unsung hero of ageless elegance. It's softer than black, which can sometimes cast harsh shadows or make the skin appear tired. But navy flatters. It brings out the natural warmth in your complexion, especially if your skin has started to lose some of its glow. It enhances the whites of your eyes, making you look more awake and vibrant. And if your hair is silver gray or white, oh, navy makes it shine like moonlight on water. There's something about navy that quietly says, I'm confident, I'm graceful, I've lived, I've learned, and I don't need to prove anything. That's powerful. I once met a woman named Judith at a local art workshop. She was 68 and had stopped wearing color after she retired. Everything in her wardrobe was black, gray, or beige. One afternoon, her granddaughter gave her a navy scarf, just a simple accessory, and something shifted. She wore it to lunch the next day, and everyone asked if she'd just gotten back from a vacation. She hadn't. But she smiled like she had. She told me later, I didn't know a color could make me feel seen again. That's the magic of navy. Now, from navy, let's move gently into another deeply flattering shade. Soft rose. Not hot pink, not bubblegum, soft rose. This color carries the warmth of youth without looking too loud or too sweet. It flatters mature skin like almost no other shade. Rose has the power to lift the tone of your face, soften lines, and bring a sense of calm femininity that's both graceful and quietly powerful. If you've ever felt like your reflection looks a little tired, try putting on a soft rose blouse or scarf. The change is almost instant. There's something emotionally reassuring about this color, too. It reminds us of gentleness. It reflects a sense of self-love and openness that people can feel from across the room. And when you wear it, you're not trying to stand out. You simply do, because you radiate peace. I remember my own mother, who rarely wore pink because she thought it was too young. One day, I convinced her to try a rose-colored cardigan with a pearl necklace. She looked in the mirror and said, I feel like I just walked out of a French film. And she did. The right rose brings out the color in your cheeks, balances skin that may have dulled with time, and makes you look awake and full of life. It doesn't overpower, it enhances. It says, I'm still warm, loving, and full of life, and I wear that with pride. Now let's talk about a color you may not expect. Soft ivory. Not bright white, although we'll get to that later, but ivory. It's a creamy, gentle shade that flatters every skin tone and blends beautifully into elegant, effortless outfits. Ivory brings light to your face. It reflects softness, wisdom, and presence. It's a shade that doesn't shout, but still commands attention like a quiet room filled with natural light. When paired with gray hair, it creates a harmony that's graceful and intentional. When matched with a beige or camel tone coat, it creates instant sophistication. And even if you're just wearing an ivory blouse with a pair of jeans, it makes the whole outfit look polished. There's something spiritually uplifting about ivory. Maybe it's because it feels clean, calming, and peaceful. Maybe it's because it doesn't try to compete with your natural beauty. It just lets it rise to the surface. A friend of mine, Carol, told me once that she avoids white because it reminds her of laundry and effort. I laughed, but I understood. So I suggested she try ivory instead, just a simple knit sweater. She wore it on a walk through the park with her neighbor, and someone told her she looked like she'd just stepped out of a magazine. She said, "I didn't even do my makeup that day. I just felt good." And that's the key. The best colors don't just make you look better. They help you feel better. As we age, confidence doesn't come from trying harder. It comes from knowing what works for us, what feels like us. And sometimes, that's as simple as choosing the right color to wrap ourselves in. Because you deserve to feel beautiful. Not just presentable, not just put together, but truly beautiful, at every age. You've lived through decades of change, of love, of loss, of growth. You've earned the right to dress in a way that celebrates that strength. And color is one of the most elegant, affordable, and effortless ways to do it. So if you've been reaching for the same few neutrals every day, if black has been your safety net, or gray your daily uniform, it might be time to invite something warmer into your closet. Let it start small. A scarf, a sweater, a blouse. Let it feel like a hug from the version of you that never really left. She's still there. She's just waiting to shine again. Because the truth is, color doesn't change who you are. It helps the world see who you still are. And there's so much beauty left to show. There's something truly wonderful about discovering a color that just works. You put it on, and suddenly your face softens, your energy lifts, and people start saying things like, "You look rested," or "That color really suits you." And you smile, not because you're fishing for compliments, but because for the first time in a long time, you feel seen again. One of the most underrated colors that does this beautifully is lavender. Gentle, calming, and incredibly flattering, lavender brings a kind of freshness that instantly softens your look without feeling overly girly or pastel. It's like wearing a breath of fresh air. Lavender works especially well if your skin has become a little more pale or sensitive over time. It brings warmth to your cheeks, light to your eyes, and it does something else too. It softens the way others see you. There's a calmness about lavender that's deeply welcoming. I once met a woman at a book club who wore a lavender silk scarf over a white top. She was in her 70s, a retired teacher, and there was something about her presence that made everyone gravitate toward her. It wasn't loud or flashy. It was peaceful. Later, she told me she used to avoid color because she thought it would draw too much attention. Now she wears lavender when she wants to feel strong but serene. And it works, every time. Lavender has that balance. It doesn't try too hard. It doesn't shout for the room's attention. It quietly draws it in. You can wear it in a blouse, a wrap, or even a pair of earrings, and suddenly your entire presence feels lighter. It's a color that says, "I've learned to be gentle with myself." Another color that surprises people with its impact is deep teal. This shade walks a beautiful line between blue and green, rich, grounded, but with a subtle vibrancy that works like magic on mature skin. Deep teal has the ability to highlight your eyes, especially if they're blue, green, or hazel, and it's particularly stunning if your hair has turned silver, white, or salt and pepper. Unlike some blues that can feel cold, or some greens that feel too earthy, teal brings the best of both worlds. It's elegant. It's bold without being brash. And it instantly revives your complexion, even on days when you didn't get the best sleep. Teal communicates something emotionally, too. It feels like confidence, like you know who you are, and you don't need to explain yourself anymore. You've earned the right to be bold without being loud. My neighbor Rose once wore a deep teal shawl to a holiday gathering. She's in her late 60s, quiet by nature, someone who usually blends into the background. But that night, She didn't need to say a word. Everyone noticed. One friend whispered to her, "You look like you've been glowing from the inside out." And she smiled, because that's exactly how she felt. That's what the right color can do. It can light you up from the inside. It can remind you, and others, that beauty doesn't fade with age. It just changes shape. And sometimes it becomes even more powerful. Now there's another color I want to talk about that's been misunderstood for years. Soft gold. Not bright, metallic gold. I'm talking about the kind of gold that looks almost like champagne. Warm, gentle, with just a hint of glow. Soft gold is incredibly flattering on mature women, especially those with warm or neutral undertones. It doesn't overpower. Instead, it wraps you in light. It gives your skin a soft radiance, like candlelight on a quiet evening. Many women avoid anything golden because they associate it with bold jewelry or flashy clothing. But when used in the right way, a knit top, a silk scarf, or even a soft pair of earrings, gold becomes one of the most graceful colors you can wear. It evokes warmth, richness, soft strength. And there's something emotionally empowering about wearing gold tones as you age. It's a reminder that you are valuable, not despite your years, but because of them. That your experience, your resilience, your tenderness, and your grace are worth celebrating. A woman named Evelyn once shared with me that after her 65th birthday, she started collecting soft gold accessories, earrings, pins, even a wrap she wore to her granddaughter's wedding. She said, "I didn't want to compete with the young women. I wanted to remind them of what's coming, that being a woman doesn't stop after 60. It just gets better." And it does. It absolutely does. Because after a certain age, we're not dressing to impress anyone else. We're dressing to honor the woman we've become. And color helps us do that. It brings life back into our reflection. It tells our story without saying a word. So whether it's the serenity of lavender, the richness of deep teal, or the warmth of soft gold, these colors don't cover up who you are, they reveal it. And when you step into a room wearing something that truly flatters you, that makes your eyes shine and your skin glow and your presence come alive, you don't just feel beautiful. You feel whole. Like every part of your story, every laugh, every wrinkle, every heartbreak, every triumph, is being wrapped in something that says, "I see you, you're still here, and you still matter." Because you do. You matter. And you deserve to be seen, not just as someone's mother or grandmother or neighbor, but as you. Sometimes the right color is the first step back toward that feeling. There's a quiet moment that happens when you slip on the right color. You catch your reflection and you pause, not because you're judging, but because something feels right. You look like you, just a little brighter, a little more alive. That brings us to one last color that does something truly special for women over 60, pure white. Now, I know what you might be thinking. White can feel intimidating. It's hard to keep clean. It might feel too harsh, or you might worry it'll wash you out. But hear me when I say, when you choose the right white and wear it with confidence, it can be one of the most powerful colors in your wardrobe. White is clarity, it's light, it's presence. It brings a crispness to your face, reflects light beautifully, and gives your entire appearance a sense of freshness that few other colors can match. What makes white especially impactful for older women is how it interacts with silver or white hair. Instead of clashing, it creates harmony. It makes your hair look intentional, luminous, even regal. And when paired with simple, elegant fabrics like linen, cotton, or silk, white becomes less about clothing and more about energy. It says, "I'm here, I'm awake, and I'm still creating new chapters." White also has a deeply emotional quality. It symbolizes renewal, peace, and simplicity. It's what we wear to begin again, whether that's a new day, a new season, or a new version of ourselves. And at this stage in life, isn't that what we all deserve? A fresh start whenever we need one. I remember meeting a woman named Elaine at a garden concert. She had the most stunning silver bob and wore a white blouse tucked into soft beige trousers. There was nothing flashy about her, but she glowed. She stood out not because of bold makeup or loud fashion, but because she looked free, open, grounded in herself. She told me later, "I used to hide in dark colors because I thought they were slimming. But the day I wore white again, I felt like I was letting go of years of apologizing for aging." And that stuck with me, because aging isn't something to apologize for. It's something to honor. And white gives you that feeling, that you're not hiding anymore. You're showing up fully and honestly. So here we are, at the end of our journey through color. Navy, rose, ivory, lavender, deep teal, soft gold, and white. Each one holds something different, something powerful. Some bring light to your face. Others bring warmth to your skin. Some soothe, some energize. But all of them remind the world that you're still here, still vibrant, still beautiful, still you. You don't need to chase youth to feel attractive. You need to honor who you are now. And color is one of the simplest, most joyful ways to do that. It's not about dressing to hide what's changed. It's about dressing to celebrate what's still shining through. Your smile lines? They're proof that you've laughed deeply. Your silver strands? They're evidence of wisdom earned. Your softening skin? It's lived through decades of love, loss, and learning. That's not something to cover. That's something to light up. And color helps you do that, not by transforming you into someone else, but by bringing you forward. The real you. The one who still has stories to tell, hands to hold, places to explore, and dreams that still matter. So the next time you open your closet, ask yourself this: what do I want to feel today? Do I want to feel peaceful, energized, grounded, bright? There's a color for that. And there's a version of you waiting to wear it. Try navy when you need to feel strong. Try rose when you want to feel soft and connected. Choose lavender for grace, teal for energy, gold for warmth, white for clarity, and ivory when you just want to feel like yourself again. These aren't just colors. They're tools. Tools to express, to uplift, to reconnect with yourself, and to remind everyone around you that aging is not fading. It's flourishing. You've earned every year, every line, every lesson. And now, you get to wear that experience with beauty and pride. So, go ahead, try something new. Pick up that scarf you always thought was too bold. Wear that top you weren't sure you could pull off. You can. You absolutely can. And you might just find that the color you feared the most becomes the one that brings you the most joy. Because you're not here to disappear. You're here to shine at every stage, in every season, and in every shade. And I hope you shine brightly. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, which of these colors do you already love? Which one are you curious to try next? Your stories, your reflections, they inspire us and each other more than you know. If you found this helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to Strong Elderly Life. We share content that supports you, celebrates you, and reminds you that your best days aren't behind you. They're right here, waiting for you to claim them. Thank you for spending time with us today. And as always, here's to living your most radiant, joyful, and confident life, at any age. We'll see you in the next video.